The only easy day was yesterday. That line isn't just a slogan. It's the motto of the United States Navy SEALs, the Navy's most elite special operations force. These men are specialists in small unit warfare, trained to drop into almost any type of environment, from the ocean to the jungle, city streets, icy wastelands, towering mountains, and even the heart of the desert. Wherever chaos appears, SEALs are ready to face it. You've likely heard the name Navy SEALs many times, but what actually makes up a SEAL team? How is it put together, and how does it function? Stick around, because in this episode, we're breaking it all down. Alright, to see how SEAL teams really work, we need to step back and start at the top. All SEAL units fall under the Naval Special Warfare Command, or WARCOM. Inside WARCOM, forces are divided into groups, then split into SEAL teams, which in turn break down into task units, platoons, and finally squads that take on the hardest missions. Altogether, there are about 3,000 active duty SEALs and around 200 reservists spread across teams. These units are positioned mainly on the east and west coasts. Above them sits a Tier 1 unit known as the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, or DEVGRU, once called SEAL Team 6. That's the team most often mentioned in films or the news. Backing them up are 2 SEAL delivery vehicle teams and 3 special boat teams that handle specialized support. Getting into the SEALs is brutal. Every candidate must endure BUDS, Basic Underwater Demolition SEAL Training, a course with a 75 to 80% dropout rate. Most wash out from exhaustion, injury, or inability to meet the unrelenting standards. Those who succeed join deployments across the globe. SEALs operate in over 30 countries, with main bases at Coronado, California, Little Creek, Virginia, and Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. All right, now let's move into how WARCOM is actually organized. The main groups under its command are 1, 2, 4, and 8, with Group 11 functioning as the reserve element. Each group carries its own area of responsibility and distinct specialty. Alongside them, WARCOM also runs the Mission Support Center, the Naval Special Warfare Center where training is conducted, and the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, DEVGRU, as well as other supporting logistics and intelligence branches. To understand how this looks in practice, let's go group by group. First, Naval Special Warfare Group One. Located in San Diego, California, this group is one of the 2 heavy hitters. It commands SEAL Teams 1, 3, 5, and 7. Beyond that, it supervises 2 forward deployed units, Unit 1 in Guam and Unit 3 in Bahrain. The operators of Group 1 train constantly to remain mission ready. They prepare for a wide range of scenarios, from tracking and capturing hostile actors to raiding high-value targets and conducting intelligence-gathering patrols in places few would dare to go. Their environments include the ocean, the jungle, and dense urban terrain. When it comes to geographic focus, they keep watch on the Middle East, Korea, and the Western Pacific. That is a massive stretch of territory and ocean, requiring flexibility and persistence. Next is Naval Special Warfare Group 2, stationed at Little Creek, Virginia. This group manages SEAL Teams 2, 4, 8, and 10. Its units are prepared for global deployments that cover direct action missions, counterterrorism, and reconnaissance work. Group 2's focus lies in Europe, Africa, South America, the Mediterranean, and the Arctic. These are some of the most volatile regions in the world. Operators here train for stealth maritime insertions, extreme cold weather warfare, desert operations, and rapid-action urban combat. To ensure quick response, they also maintain forward deployed elements, Naval Special Warfare Unit 2 in Stuttgart, Germany, and Unit 10 in Rota, Spain. With these outposts, Group 2 is always in position to jump into action. Moving over to Naval Special Warfare, Group 4, also based at Little Creek. This group does not oversee traditional SEAL platoons. Instead, it commands the Navy's special boat teams. These are primarily composed of SWCC, Special Warfare Combatant Craft crewmen. Their expertise lies in piloting high-speed, heavily armed craft that insert and extract SEALs from contested zones. They are the go-to professionals for moving operators across dangerous waters while providing covering fire when needed. Next, we have Naval Special Warfare Group 8, likewise headquartered at Little Creek, Virginia. This group manages the SEAL Delivery Vehicle Teams 1 and 2, one stationed at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, and the other at Little Creek. These teams specialize in stealth, operating mini-submarines that transport SEALs into enemy territory undetected. Group 8 also commands the Special Reconnaissance Teams 1 and 2. Their sole mission is intelligence collection. Using advanced technology, drones, cyber tools, and modern surveillance systems, they build the picture before an operation begins. By the time SEALs step into the fight, the battlefield has already been studied in detail. Finally, Naval Special Warfare Group 11, headquartered in San Diego. This group oversees the SEAL Reserve component, which includes SEAL Teams 17 and 18. Together, they number around 800 reservists. Team 17 operates from Coronado, while Team 18 is based at Little Creek. Though these are reservists, they train to the same rigorous standards and can be mobilized to deploy alongside active duty operators whenever required. Supporting all of this is the Mission Support Center, also in San Diego. This unit acts as the command's brain trust. They are responsible for making sure intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance are in place. They handle training, gear, and operational logistics. In short, before SEALs ever set foot on the battlefield, the Mission Support Center ensures everything is prepared for success. Now let's shift focus back to the SEAL teams under Group 1 and Group 2. These teams are deployed around the world as Naval Special Warfare Squadrons, or as part of Special Operations Task Forces. So how does a SEAL team actually look on the inside? Let's break it down into task units, platoons, and squads. SEALs often call themselves team guys. Once you've joined a team, that group becomes your family for the length of your career. Alongside the operators are specialists like SWCC crews, SDV personnel, EOD technicians, and cryptologic support elements who make missions possible. A standard SEAL team usually includes 2 to 4 task units, plus additional staff. Taken together, including all its platoons, task units, and supporting elements, the team numbers about 300 people. Each task unit has between 32 and 64 operators, plus a small headquarters element that keeps everything running smoothly. Typically, a lieutenant commander is in charge, backed by a senior enlisted SEAL who has years of experience. Supporting them are an operations officer and a chief petty officer, tasked with handling mission planning and targeting. A task unit then divides further into 2 to 4 SEAL platoons. Each platoon contains 16 operators, led by a lieutenant with a platoon chief keeping discipline on the enlisted side. Platoons are highly adaptable. They can deploy as a single 16-man team, split into 2 squads of 8, break down into 4 fire teams of 4, or even operate as 8 two-man sniper or recon teams when surgical precision is required. Within a platoon, leadership extends down to each squad. Normally, squads are led by a junior officer, such as a lieutenant junior grade, or by an experienced squad leader. The squad is the tightest unit in the lineup. Each is packed with operators assigned to specific specialties, ensuring no capability is missing when they deploy. Here's how a typical squad looks. Team leader, the one calling the shots, handling mission plans, and keeping the unit aligned. Assaulters, the breaching and close quarters specialists, trained to storm rooms and clear buildings. Sniper/sharpshooter, provides overwatch and precision fire from long range, while scouting enemy positions. Breacher, manages explosives and forced entry, opening doors and barriers no one else can. Communicator, runs the radios, linking the squad to command and other teams. Without them, the mission collapses. This lineup is the foundation. Depending on what the mission demands, squads can integrate extra specialists, combat medics, drone operators, or demolitions experts to expand their capability and adapt to any environment. Beyond the regular SEAL teams, there is one unit that stands apart, SEAL Team 6, officially titled the Naval Special Warfare Development Group, or DEVGRU. This elite group operates under the command of JSOC and takes on missions so secretive that most never become public. DEVGRU recruits from among the most experienced SEALs, men who have already proven themselves within traditional teams. Even then, selection is extremely demanding. Their operations include counterterrorism, hostage rescues, and clandestine missions carried out in total secrecy. While their name often appears in headlines or books, the reality of their work remains hidden. Switching gears, let's talk about the SEAL Delivery Vehicle Teams, or SDVS. Their origins go back to World War II, when Italian frogmen slipped into enemy harbors to disable ships. Today's SDV operators carry on that legacy with modern mini-submarines built for stealth. These craft let SEALs move silently behind enemy lines. Most often, they launch from submarines, though they can also operate from shore or surface ships. Missions include sabotage, such as planting mines under vessels or blocking a harbor. They're also key for reconnaissance, sneaking in close to drop sensors or scout targets before sending back vital intelligence. Next, the focus shifts to the Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewmen, or SWCC. While less famous than SEALs, their contribution is essential. Around 700 operators serve in this community, officially known as Special Warfare Boat Operators. SWCC crews command some of the Navy's fastest, heavily armed boats, including the Combatant Craft Assault and the Special Operations Craft Riverine. Their job is to move SEALs into and out of combat zones and provide firepower along the way. Training for SWCC is as punishing as their missions. At the Naval Amphibious Base Coronado, candidates face intense courses in navigation, weapons, and maritime tactics. The program pushes them to the limit to prepare for combat on the water. SWCC forces are grouped into special boat teams 12, 20, and 22, based at Coronado, Little Creek, and Stennis. These units conduct coastal and riverine operations in dangerous waters, ensuring SEALs always have reliable maritime support. And that brings us full circle, a complete look at every Navy SEAL unit under WARCOM. So, which team would you join? Tell us in the comments. And while you're here, like, share, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next drop.